Hello everyone, this is Riftex. On this video, I'm just gonna show you how to convert an LCD to an LED. You work with what you have, you don't buy nothing. If you wanna buy something, I will also tell you what to do. This is a Sansui, that's the model number. This is an LCD, you can see the cubes here. But I converted it to LED because on this case the client wanted the TV to be repaired cheaper, so I have to put the LEDs. Even the LEDs that I'm using here are 12 volts LED. Some will mourn about that, someone will mourn about that. The reason I fitted these is because they reduced the cost. I like this is an LCD. For me to put the LEDs that are using high voltage, I was gonna have to buy an LED drive that I was gonna connect to 12 volts, then to the LEDs. So on this case, I didn't want to do that. And the reason for this video is because I haven't got a video. If you've got that video, please show me that video that shows us how to convert LCD to LED using, strictly using 12 volts LED, not the other videos that are using higher voltage. So please share that video with me. I will watch and see how did that guy did it without LED, without buying an LED drive. So the problem here with me was where to get 12 volts on the LCD. I know where to get 12 volts on the LED. So let me give you a tonyana on how I figured 12 volts DC on this TV. But on this case, let me use this board. This board, I removed this board from a Hisense. So let's forget about the problem of this board. Let's just observe some few things here. Here you've got AC coming. After that, there is this circuit, a filter circuit that is for protection. So you've got the fuse there, we've got the NTC, I think, capacitor, inductor, capacitor. So our protection circuit. So electricity will come here, live and neutral. We know that live will go to the fuse, maybe to this pin, the upper pin of this capacitor. I don't want to waste time. Okay, let me do it so that no one complains about that, because people complains a lot. That's the fuse, right? Live fuse. Then the fuse is connected here, then it goes to which pin of the capacitor? To the, if we flip it, it goes to the pin up, because that was down when we flipped the board around. So it goes to this pin, live goes to this pin after the fuse, then to the inductor, then to the capacitor. Neutral will go to the NTC, then to this pin, then inductor, then the capacitor. After that, we will go to the bridge rectifier for rectification. On this case, on this board, they used 4 diodes for that. After the bridge rectifier, we know that we will come to this capacitor. So what do we know after the bridge rectifier? We know that we've got DC. So if we want DC, we would come and measure here. Too bad in this case we are still on the hot area, so the voltage that is on this capacitor is very high. So we know across each capacitor we've got a DC voltage. So if we want 12 volts, we will measure across each capacitor and see what we are getting. If we do get 12 volts, we are happy. Then we take that 12 volts and power our LEDs. But now we must make sure that the 12 volts that we are getting is not fluctuating. On this case, this is an LED using LEDs that are 90 volts DC. So You can just order those LEDs. If you don't get them on this board, you try and look for 12 volts. You use 12 volts LEDs, or you order LEDs from the supplier that will supply you with LEDs using a different voltage, but um, will also give you an LED drive. Most LED drives, they need 12 volts. So you will always get 12 volts on a flat screen. If you don't know where, just measure across every capacitor or try to read every information in the board. Like this one here, it's written that it has 12 volts DC. There, it says 12 volts DC. If you measure here, it tells us that we'll get 12 volts. So you just go there and then you connect your LED drive, then you connect your LEDs to your LED drive, then your problem will be solved you've got an if you've got LEDs that you cannot order. But in most cases you do get LEDs. But on my case, on this one, as I've explained, it's an LCD. I'm converting an LCD to an LED. So on this board, to be honest, I didn't know where to get 12 volts. So I have to figure out where is 12 volts. There it's written 12 volts. Let me focus. Yes, but I didn't get 12 volts there. I got high voltage. So I had to look everywhere for 12 volts. So at the back of this supply board, there are capacitors. So let's count them. This is the first capacitor. I connected this wire to ground, to the negative side of the capacitor. So when I measured across this capacitor, I didn't get 12 volts. I got 24 volts. If I'm not making a mistake, then this one I didn't get. This one I didn't get. Between this capacitor, I got fluctuating DC. The reason why I'm not using a meter to measure while I'm making the video, it's because I'm alone. No one is here to help me with the camera so that I can show you that. I came to this one, I didn't get 12 volts. When I came to, before this one, I came to this one. On this one, I got 12 volts. So I didn't want to solder here. So I had to check where this pin is connected again. This pin is connected there to 12 volts. If you trace here, so there it's written 12 volts. So when I measured there, I got 12 volts. I checked where are these wires going. These wires are these two wires at the back. So I had to trace them. They coming here. So as you can see, I did open here and connect. I got my 12 volts, and my 12 volts was not fluctuating. The reason for me to look hard for these 12 volts was not to connect an LED drive, but to connect these 12 volts direct to these LEDs. And I wanted to make sure that whenever I'm switching off my TV, those LEDs are switching off. So job done. Let me show you now what's happening when I'm switching on. I'm switching on my TV. When I'm switching on my TV, my LEDs are coming on, as you can see, because the voltage is not fluctuating. They are on one way. So when I'm switching off, my LEDs also come off. So the job done. All I have now is to put together everything and make someone happy. This is Rave Techs. You may like and follow our channel for updates. Though I don't always post videos. I'm not a YouTuber. Um, I, I don't know what I've just said. uh, I'm not into YouTube because these videos, they waste my time, and time is money, and YouTube doesn't pay. But trust me, I will always share things that I see that are not there on YouTube. I will always share things that are not explained clear on YouTube. So um, though I will be slow on posting, but I will always do such things. Thank you for watching. If you did subscribe, thanks for that. If you do like, thanks for that. I would appreciate to see your comments. Yeah, I'm not based in Johannesburg. I'm in KZN, in Newcastle, also in KZN. So I always get emails from people wanting me to come to places that are far from where I am. So based on that, I'm sorry I cannot help. But if you are in KZN around Newcastle, like we can make a plan. Other than that, I can't help. But I can give you the information if you want to and try to repair your appliance or your TV.